That's good. Turn it up on your end there. Right there. Down a little bit on your, right there. There you go. Is that live now?
Yeah, yeah. We should be.
Come on in, people. Come on in. I've been watching other YouTubers. I'm learning.
Hi guys. We hope you are having a great evening and everybody is well.
We'll give you a few minutes for those that want to join. This is an unscheduled segment. This is not Talking Thursdays. We're just, we've been grounded. So, hey, hello, Kathy. Hey, y'all. That's our language, ain't it?
That's for sure. Let me see here. I can't.
You got to hit refresh up there top, probably.
Well, I was trying to, so I could hear.
Yeah, hit that right there.
Just a second.
It'll be just a minute, guys, and we'll get in with the...
Yeah, we'll get in with everybody.
Got a couple of updates.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Just a second, please. There we go. There.
All right, this is an unscheduled. I'm a Hatfield. Hello there. I'm half Hatfield. This segment here is, first of all, we'll put this up to the camera so you can see that.
Can you hear good with that?
Contents may be graphic to some. Guys, we'll go ahead and get this out of the way too. When Sheila and I are talking, a lot of times it's our opinion, speculation, allegations. You can. I was reading over a bunch of stuff while ago, and at the bottom I thought, after reading this disclaimer, what are you even watching it for? But not everything we say is not true, and not everything we say is probably the truth. We can just go by what people tell us, or we hear on the news, or something else. So, but anyway, we've got an update today on how you say her name, baby?
Torilena Mayfield.
Torilena Mayfield. You may recall that's the lady that's charged with abuse of a corpse and hindering investigation and so forth with the state police. That's the lady that had dismembered her, allegedly dismembered her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And today was the court date for the arraignment on the misdemeanor charges, but they have now rescheduled those charges.
Right. They upgraded it, you could kind of say, I don't know what the technical term
Indicted.
is. Indicted.
She was indicted.
They indicted her for murder today.
They've indicted her for murder, and what they said today was...
she was shot in the head.
The mother was shot in the head.
And stabbed several times.
Stabbed multiple times.
And then, of course, she was dismembered.
Yeah. The arraignment has been rescheduled. We didn't get no date of when it was going to be rescheduled to. Oh, my Lanta.
Hi. Love it. Thank you so much.
So, but the charges have been upgraded to murder.
Yeah.
Where her mother was shot in the head, even though she had, and again, this is graphic, guys, but this is life. She had removed her mother's head. She had removed her arms, her legs. Nothing was there but the torso in the backyard.
Yeah.
And everything else was either in a mattress or blankets or whatever.
In a mattress.
Or in a pot in the stove.
Right.
Sheila and I went up there to Robertson County. She's in jail in...
Bourbon County Jail.
Yeah, Bourbon County Jail is where she's held at.
Mm-hmm.
And, but Sheila and I drove up there. It's about 2.5 hours from us. And on our way back, the reason we're grounded, we were coming back to go to Hendersonville, Tennessee. We was going to go back down and look around for Sebastian, just drive around. That's the same thing we did when we went on date night over there, and started out as a date night and ended up, the good Lord led us to Mr. Couch's remains.
Yeah.
So we were going to do that, but on our way back from...
coming back from that story, Robinsonville, our Hummer started acting up.
Yeah, we had a plug, number 3 plug, and coil or whatever
Some
that
kind
is
of
go
coil
out.
pack or something.
Coil pack, yeah. So it's been in the shop. Got it out a while ago. And so that's why we didn't go to Hendersonville
Right.
and follow up on Sebastian. We do have an update in a little bit on Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
And but going back to Torilena,
Hi, Anita.
if you'll look at the toenail or fingernail, thumbnail,
Thumbnail.
whatever it is that she puts up there, look at that thumbnail and look at a picture. From what we can understand, from everything that we could gather, hopefully it's correct.
Right.
That's supposed to be a younger picture of her, either in high school or right out of high school, and that's what she looked like then. And then the jail picture is what she looks like now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And evidently, this young lady went to California and appeared in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
And hadn't been, from what we could gather, hadn't been back home long.
No, the family member said she was happened to be in a motorcycle wreck in California, and they hadn't realized that she was back home until this incident happened. So
The address, in case you're new, in case you didn't see the last video, but the address there is 3510 Briley, Briley, Briley Ridge Road. And they say it's about 45 minutes from Falmouth, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And again, these two guys were there working, had shown up to work, and nobody come to the door. Miss Trudy, I believe is the mother's name.
Trudy, yeah.
And she failed to come to the door, and they walked out back going to see if they could find somebody out there. And when they did, they recovered
her.
Or run up on a torso, a human torso, and called the state police, and the state police come in, and they had to take flashbangs and the SRT team to go in and remove her. You got to understand, I don't know if they saw the gunshot wound. They knew that there was a torso and they knew there were body parts there. They seen that. So I don't know if they seen the gunshot wound to the head or knew what that was at the time and knew that she was probably armed, but they did call in SRT and
thank you, Kathy.
Got a search warrant and went in and brought her out.
Yeah, it's sad. The aunt and uncle said they really didn't even recognize her from what she used to look like till now, and it's just a sad ordeal there.
32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And
she said on her picture there was two kinds of people, those that you would remember and those that are forgotten, and she wants to be remembered.
Well, if that's in fact something she said, I'm sure that's probably so. Yeah. Again, guys, what we say here, we get from people sends to us. We find it in other places, and but we think everything that we cover, we think we wouldn't broadcast it if we didn't believe it to be factual. But again, we can't say that. She didn't tell us that.
No, she didn't tell us that.
She didn't tell us that. So, we can only go with what other people have said. And of course, she was charged with obstructing government operations, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Mm-hmm. Those charges are now upgraded to murder. Yeah. She was set with no bond. I imagine, I don't know if there's a bond on her by now or not. In the beginning, there was no bond and no photo. Sheila and I called the jail that day because they didn't have a photo up, and the jailer told us that they would be one up within 24 hours, and sure enough, the next morning they had a photo of her.
Yeah.
And again, she's lodged in the Bourbon County Jail. Had organs had been removed from the body. She had a pot in the stove with organs in the oven.
Yeah.
You know that somebody's got major malfunction, something going on there that's not right when a person can do that. We all know that, though.
Well, sure.
Guys, Sheila, go ahead. What am I?
What you would talk about now?
Do we have anybody on here?
Oh, yeah. We've got all kinds of people in there.
Thanks
Hello,
for joining
everyone.
us, guys. Sheila and I got bored we went over to City Hall earlier this evening. They gave us
Somebody said you look like you could do a radio program.
I used to be a disc
Believe
jockey.
it or not.
Yeah, there's hardly nothing you can bring up I haven't done or tried. But years ago, I was I've told you, you cannot be a police officer. An honest cop cannot make it on a policeman's pay with a family. So you're going to have different jobs throughout life, and we did. We both done that.
He used to play a song all the time. Oh, Sheila.
Yeah,
and,
Sheila and I
thought that was so funny.
Hadn't been married long. I'd play that. People got so sick of that song, I guess.
I didn't.
Oh, Sheila.
I loved it when he played it.
And that's about all I could do. That give the weather or the time or something. Try to. Yeah, we were going to go to Hendersonville and to the lady or whoever it was. I think it was a lady, and there may have been several of you. Who was responsible for getting our message to Mr. Chris Proudfoot. Thank you for doing that. We did make contact.
Yes.
Very nice gentleman. We're going to go over some stuff here, me and Sheila are. We were hoping to get to talk to him and Katie and let you see an interview where...
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that we had wrote down on ground rules, if we did ever get to talk to them, and the ground rules was going to be, there's no ground rules. If we ever got to talk to Chris and Katie, there's no ground rules. You can look at the camera, you can look away from the camera, you can relax. Guys, these people haven't been charged with a crime. They haven't been charged with nothing. They've not even been labeled as persons of interest. Now, Sheila and I have seen many videos where people are, some of the accusations, and I don't know. You know, it's hard for Sheila and I, we like to look at somebody head on.
Right.
And interview them, and it gives you a better sense that you can tell what kind of people they are. We talked to Chris on the phone for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what Sheila and I have been.
He was very nice and very polite.
But, you know, when you go around pointing these fingers at people, and you, of course, police officers, we all know that the family members are the first people that we look at as police officers, and even you guys out there. If something's wrong or a family member's missing or something happens, the first people they look at is family members. That's just human nature. And a lot of times it's correct, but sometimes it's not. And last time Sheila and I checked, this is America where a person's still innocent. I'm still proven guilty, yeah.
I have one thing to make, and it's not dealing with Sebastian. Though. Someone asked what type of movie, what movies was she in?
We don't know.
You don't know. They called them low-end movies.
We don't know.
So
that's an interesting question.
Sorry.
Yeah, and if we find out the next time, on Thursday night, if we do an update on anything, if we find out, we'll let you know. That's an interesting question.
We're originally from Pike County, though, but we live in... Liberty now, so someone asked where we were from. They're new to our channel.
We were born and raised in Pike County, Kentucky, and I'm Hatfield and McCoy. My great-great-grandfather was Preacher Ance and Polly Hatfield. Preacher Ance Hatfield's the famous justice of the peace that presided over the pig trial when Randall McCoy had accused hog stealing Floyd of stealing his hog. That was my great-great-grandfather. That was on my Hatfield side. Preacher Ance's daughter, Nancy Hatfield, married Asa McCoy. That's my great-grandparents.
Yep.
Nancy Hatfield and Asa McCoy. So, and I was right there on Blackberry, raised from a baby on up, and right up the road from all the feuding, all the fighting and killing. And Sheila wasn't. Sheila was raised in a holler right down the road from Randall McCoy's home place where his cabin was burnt down.
Yeah.
she's closer to Randall McCoy's home place than I was. I was
Yeah.
closer to Preacher Ann's Hatfield. But
Hello, Maine.
you
But-
know, go ahead, babe.
Go ahead. I was going to say that's where we're from.
You know, again, Sheila and I, we've made up this little list here that if we ever got the chance to talk to them, to relax, you know, because everybody looks and they say, oh, she didn't look at the camera. Oh, did you see her turn away? Did you see she didn't cry enough? Oh, she cried too much. What? How do you do it, guys? I've never been accused of a child being missing or something wrong. You know.
So there's no proper way.
Yeah.
What's good for one person might be totally different. How one person acts is totally different from the way another person acts. Yeah.
Unless you've ever been through that, and you got these fingers pointing at you, and you got YouTubers and all these different things that's going on. You don't know how you're going to act.
Right.
And it's been an interesting, just watching what these people's gone through, you know, as a police officer of 40 years. And again, somebody asked me one time on one of them videos we done, said, why are you always saying 40-year police officer? And I said, well, first, I'm proud of it. And second of all, it just gives people a little heads up as to your credentials.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, I've worked cases where there was no big case to it.
Right.
There was no big homicide. There was no big kidnapping. There was no, somebody just wandered off.
Right.
They just wandered off. Got up in the middle of the night for whatever reason, especially when you're autistic.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know that he didn't. But before Sheila and I point fingers at people, we like to get the lowdown of it.
That's for sure. We don't want to be wrong. I mean, that's traumatic enough on them, much less being, you know, accused of something they may not have done. So, hi, Kelly.
You know, there was a lot of people, and we discussed this yesterday, and a lot of people says, oh, he used a F-bomb. He done, guys, if you accuse, hello, William, if you all accuse somebody of something enough, what's the breaking point? When do we finally say, hey, I've had enough? Or when, if you don't get mad and say something, they say, oh, he's trying to be too cool. There's no winning in this type of situation. You know who, you know what we got to look at? We got to look at the police. We got to look at the TBI, the FBI. We got to look at those investigating agencies in that area that knows way more than we know.
Mm-hmm.
But with them knowing that, these people have not even been labeled people of interest. Even Seth, Katie, or Chris.
Right.
None of the three that we know of has even been labeled people of interest. That it doesn't take a lot to label somebody as, let's watch that person. Let's keep an eye on them. That's a person of interest. Well, we haven't gotten that. You know, it come out, there was they had appeared on a TV show, and the lady asked them if Katie had polygraph and passed, and asked Chris, and Chris didn't need one, they said, because he was on the job, but she said, will you take one? He said, yeah, time and place.
Yeah.
And then didn't take it, and that's all you hear about is that he didn't take it. But from what we understand, he did take one, but he took it for the law enforcement agency. They didn't want to involve Hollywood or whatever in that polygraph. They wanted to do, if you're going to do one, do it with a
He said TBI, he took it through the
reputable, whoever he done it with. I hear Rhea over there. So guys, it's, you know, there's more to this than just people pointing fingers at people and accusing. Let's find Sebastian. Once we find Sebastian, if there's anybody to be held accountable, then that's what we do then. Then we hold people accountable. But there may not be nobody to be held accountable here. Our thoughts, and we could be wrong, we could very well be wrong, but you know, you got to take a stand. You got to,
Right.
and our thoughts are that Sebastian is in those woods somewhere within a 2 mile radius
Yeah.
of that house. Now, why he left, why he didn't have shoes, or all these different questions, we don't know no more than anybody else. But we're not going to speculate about it. But we have a feeling that when fall gets here and winter gets here, if you guys, you know, I seen somebody the other day on a YouTube and it said, this is a circus. This is crazy.
Right.
Guys, you know the good thing about a circus? A circus gets attention. A circus, everybody knows when a circus is in town.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to compare poor old Sebastian's disappearance with a circus, but let's look at it as a circus. Let's look at it as getting attention. You know, let's bring Sebastian back to the forefront. Let's start searching again. If you guys are out in that area and you're walking around, instead of walking down the sidewalk or the street, get 3 or 4 feet off into the bushes and look.
Right. Stay safe while doing it, but yeah.
There's maybe this fall and this winter, maybe people's curiosity, maybe people's hearts will say, hey, honey, let's go out here and just, let's take this one little area right here, just one little acre lot, and let's just walk around it. Every inch of it, let's walk around. And that way we can rule that. I know that they have searched. I know that people have searched that area.
Right. They've been everywhere. You know, they show different people out walking.
And we've talked on it. We've talked where they said 28,000 acres had been searched for Mr. Couch.
Yeah.
28,000 acres. He was within 500 foot of the tower.
He really was.
He was within 1,000 feet, in my estimate. I didn't measure it out, but 1,000 feet of where he done the shooting at. Not 28,000 feet. And, you know, you can cover a lot of area, and it sounds real good when you do that, but how much can you see with the helicopter? How much can you see with the drone? See, with either one of those right now, if Sebastian is in those woods, you're not going to see him now.
No. There's too much foliage there.
Well, you're too foliage, and you're not looking for a human body.
Oh.
You would be looking for bones. And that's what we've got to start looking for. These people that goes out there and searches, you're going to have to start searching for bones. If you're looking in those woods and those neighborhoods and those drain lines and those ponds, you're not looking for a human body at this point.
And the clothes that he had on would be tethered and
But going back to people getting upset, you know, I was in the Marines, and you know, you've heard the old saying, cursing like a sailor. Well, that's Marines also, but if you're a sailor, that would be common. Chris spent 16 years in the United States Navy.
Yep.
So when he uses these bad words, he probably come by it honestly or by habit. Doesn't make a person guilty just because you use a bad word. Doesn't make you guilty of bad things. Follow the evidence, not the rumors. Guys, we got to get off these rumors. I realize, and Sheila and I are YouTubers now. This is all new to us.
Right.
And we're trying our best we want to do it. Hello, Rebecca. We want to do it right and proper and Christian-like. But we've got to get off these rumors. I know people likes content. They like to put a video out. But we can't do that at the price of others' reputations. And if somebody's done something wrong, it will come out. The good Lord, it always comes out.
Exactly.
But let's wait until it comes out. Let's don't judge or point fingers prematurely. Sheila, am I not letting you talk?
No, I was just reading what this lady here says. She has an autistic son.
If you need to
as
interrupt me.
No. And I don't know why somebody's comment was just restricted. I don't know either, Rebecca. So, and they want us to talk more about Torilena, but I mean, that's all we know right now. I mean, not Torilena, but Torilena.
Well, yeah, of course, somebody's not in their full mental capacity. Who does that?
Right.
You can't. That's not somebody that's. We know that.
Yeah.
And we'll probably go back to her
As we
if you have
find
a
out.
question, ask it. If we know the answer, we met some of her family the other day, and uh, that's when the live feed went out. Sheila, we went over that hill toward the driveway. On the other side of that little white house is where the driveway goes up to that big house where they were at.
Right.
And we went down over that hill. We lost signal. We didn't know it. Sheila still had it on her phone that it was on. And when we pulled up there, I took a good cussing.
Yeah.
And rightly so, probably. We didn't know that was family members, and of course they're upset. But again, we're just mainly there to see if we could help or do anything, or could we do anything for the family. It's a bad situation.
It is.
And some family members would take it as you're there to help, and some family members didn't.
Right.
So, and it's okay. We understand that. It's hard to please. We're learning that from YouTube all the time. It's hard to please everybody.
But as we find out more and stuff or whatever, then we can keep updating you on that subject. So, back to Sebastian.
We want evidence. Evidence.
Yeah.
We don't want I believe or I heard.
Hearsay. Mm-hmm.
I saw on a video. And again, when people call us, we're not trying to be mean or rude, but when you text and want us to call because you know something, and then we ask you where you from or when was you down there searching last, and then you say, well, I haven't been, or I'm not from that, then see, that tells us that probably what you know is what you've seen on a YouTube video or something else, and that's not going to help us. We need, and the police need, the TBI.
Yeah.
They need solid information.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're looking for clothing. Now, even though the animals, if this is so, even though the animals, watch Sheila's little face, I know, baby. But
Makes me sad.
even though it wouldn't be good to look, but you might be looking for clothes. You might spot some black sweatpants or sweatshirt or something before you do. So if you're in the woods or somewhere and you see something dark, black, muddy, that may be something you might want to take a stick or something and pick up. Or if you think there's some more to it than that, don't even pick it up. Call the sheriff's department. Call the police department. Call the TBI. Wanted to talk to the parents, and we did. We wanted to talk to Chris and Katie.
Yeah.
We wanted to sit down and actually talk to them. With or without a camera, it didn't matter to us.
Right.
It was nice of Chris to...
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, it was nice just to make contact with us.
Exactly.
And fill us in on a few things that... And some things, guys, they can't fill everybody in on.
Exactly.
Chris knows some things, and I'm sure Seth, and I'm sure Katie knows some things that none of us know. And the police know some things that even those three don't know, along with us. So sometimes a criminal case or a missing persons case or a investigation is, you don't put all this out there. So if somebody does come up with something and you're the only ones that know it, then and they know it, then they must have knowledge of it. So there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You guys on here, you guys believe Sebastian is alive, or do you believe he's gone to heaven? What do you believe? What's your thoughts? See, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, that's just our thoughts. That's not rumors. We're just speculating on what we think. But with nobody seeing or hearing from or nothing at all since that night or that morning,
Right.
that's not good. Sheila, go ahead. Don't let me. That's just some of our things that we had wrote down and had.
Yeah. Unalive.
You know, Chris was nice as he could be.
Yeah.
He was laughing about me telling Sheila to come to the door. He'd seen our video and told Sheila to go over and knock on the door. And,
There was a no trespassing sign there, and he told me, he said, go knock on the door. He want me to get in trouble, y'all.
You know, the police sometimes work behind the scenes. The police, sometimes they have nothing. Sometimes they have to just wait. And sometimes they have to wait on help. Sometimes they have to wait on people. I know when something like this happens, everybody joins forces. Everybody goes out and searches and looks. But what if we overlooked one spot, that one spot where he might have been?
Right.
We've got to go back. We've got to start over. We've got to start searching not with a drone, not with a helicopter.
Right.
We're going to have to get out there in that brush and in those briars and look for that young man. Either way, we bring them home. Either we rule it out. We say, okay, now we know this place has been searched.
Yeah.
And now something else. We need to look somewhere else.
Yeah. Bless his heart. We're praying for everybody involved, though.
Oh, can you imagine the family members? And again, we talked about this Thursday night, but there's no winning. For Chris, he stayed at work that morning thinking boots on the ground. You're exactly right. I've said that for years. I'm an old military person.
Yeah.
I've said that for years, and now everybody uses it, and I just didn't say it. But it's going to take boots on the ground.
It really is.
And I forget what I was talking about there, but you know, guys, we see this stuff, and you can appreciate the TBI and Sheriff's Department down there. You can appreciate everything and that's what you do as a good law enforcement agency. Wherever something leads you check it out so you can rule it out. And they went to that trash dump because from what we understand now, the garbage ran on that Monday morning.
Right.
From what we also understand, they have Herbies. I don't know how many of you's got Herbies. They do ours out here in front every Friday morning. And the guy gets out and hooks it up in that little sleeve and pulls the lever and it dumps it over. He's standing there looking at the garbage. I have a feeling that the person, Phil McCoy, the population in that town, in the town where we're at right now, I don't know. We just moved here about 1.5 years ago.
What's the population in the town where he went missing?
Oh,
not sure. Do you know?
No, I was getting ready to get it confused with Whitesburg because we knew what Whitesburg and Letcher County was, but I don't know maybe somebody's on here from Hendersonville that can tell us.
Yeah.
What the population is there. And guys, if somebody should go down there to search, make sure you don't get on private property. I have a feeling that not many people is going to say anything to you if you ask them and tell them you just want to search or do something. But
thanks, Mega Team. She'll look it up.
Always make sure, always make sure you check before you go on anybody's property. But that garbage, that Herbie was dumped manually into the back of that garbage truck. And they did search the dump, so they ruled that out. You know, that's never, I mean, of course, anything can be overlooked, but again, how would you react if it was you? I don't know. For some reason, Sheila and I just felt sorry for Chris and Katie. And some people look at, is that 62,000?
Looks like it says 62,896.
62,000, yeah.
Wow.
62,000 people. Rumors have gone wild since this happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one thing I don't know how people can feel right with no more evidence. With no evidence, there's no evidence of anything, of any foul play. The police department, the sheriff's department, the TBI, they have said, as of right now, there's no foul play.
Right.
No foul play means no foul play. Do you think the police department or the sheriff's department would make that announcement if they thought there was, as of right now, there's no indication of any foul play. Why do we continue to point our fingers at people? Let's get busy and find him, and then we'll find out what happened. Just like this Torilena case.
Mm-hmm.
They recovered the mother's head, and she's got a bullet hole in it. So they figure, well, she shot her, and then she's got stab wounds. So that's what you go for. There's investigations. There's procedures that these police officers are, I'm sure they're well educated, well equipped. Well, sometimes this is what life gives us. This is what we're given. Sometimes it's meant for people to team up and work together and say, hey, let's see what we can do, guys. Let's don't give up on this. Let's don't sweep this under the rug. Let's don't let it die down. What, babe?
Let's keep looking.
That's
keep
exactly.
our eyes open. Like you said, anytime that y'all are out in that area, go for a walk and look around for him. Say his name when you're out there. I've heard that, to say his name.
You can't go on hearsay. Well,
I know, but I'm
I know
hoping.
that,
I'm
but
hoping.
You're not going to.
I know. I just hate
Sheila
it.
is Sheila is such an optimist that she cannot comprehend when things are. She just don't like to face reality.
Yeah.
And at this time, I hope I'm wrong. If I've ever been wrong on something, I hope it's this.
Me too.
I hope I'm wrong.
Bless his heart. Whoops.
We'll save them for later. The other thing is the update on I don't know if any of you've been keeping up on the sheriff and the judge in Letcher County, but according to that local newspaper up there, the local newspaper says that there was 2 state troopers that say that the sheriff's daughter's number was not in,
Right.
not saved
Right.
in the judge's phone. Now, all kinds of speculation as far as when they left the restaurant.
The restaurant.
And they were going back to meet at the office, was a number taken out. We don't know. We're just telling you things. Again, this is allegations, theorizing, our humble opinions, half-truths,
Right.
assumed, unproven. But that's just something that they had there. And, we discussed the other night the young man that we interviewed up there, and he had he made some allegations that we didn't even feel comfortable putting them on our video. Sheila edited them out.
Exactly.
And after she edited them out, we talked about them briefly last Thursday night, what he referred to, and now we're starting to see. And I said, well, if it's got anything to do with that, it might be a good person for somebody to go talk to, is that young man, because he acted like he...
Yeah, he acted like he knew what he was talking about.
He acted like it, but we thought he was...
But there was really no proof on our end when we did the interview with him, so...
That's going to be an interesting case, once again. So there's three cases as far as Sebastian and Torilena.
Yeah.
Torilena and...
Here it is, here if you need to read it. Here, something.
I can't see them all.
The kid felt-
Guys, if you've got any questions,
Oh, no.
can you guys hear us good? I imagine you can. I haven't seen where nobody said nothing. But if you've got any questions of us, the Delphia case, I seen a while ago where JLR Investigates is on his way to Indiana to cover that case. We did see that.
Somebody say near her stage name was Naomi.
I seen that, Navari.
Navari?
I saw that. Now that you've put that up there, I did see it. Thank you, Will. Hendersonville, Tennessee population, 28,500 in 2024.
Thank you, Mega Team.
Somebody says sounds great. So the
Because we
mics and
asked
everything.
about that.
We're probably, we've got our vehicle back. Got it out of the garage this evening. Hello, Carol.
Thank goodness.
I assume that's the Carol from Houstonville.
Hi.
Anita.
Yeah, election. I love to hear
Now that we've got our vehicle back, we're probably going to go back. We're hoping to hear from Chris
Yes.
and Katie, and where we can stop by and chat with them and let you
Thank
guys
you.
see and maybe do a video and let's look at these people. Let's treat these people like humans and don't just throw a camera up in their face and act like we're pointing fingers and let's let
Exactly.
them be
Let them
Chris
tell
and
their
Katie.
side. Yeah.
They can answer some of your all's questions, and Chris was more than cooperative. Anything we asked, and Sheila and I had some questions, and
Yeah.
he answered every one of them
He didn't miss a beat.
He didn't miss a beat. Now, some of you say, "Oh, well, it could be." I don't know,
We won't know
but
until.
I've interviewed my share in my day, and again, yeah, ain't nothing like talking to people in person, but we would certainly like to do that while we're down there. I love watching your date nights. Yeah.
Hey, Miss Anita, I love you too.
We're, well, that's our date night the other day when we went to cover the body up in Robertson
Yeah.
County.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're not going to hold you on here.
No,
I don't even know how long we've been on.
I'll tell you just here in a second.
Yeah, if
40
you've got
minutes.
a question, we can, Sheila, that's what she does. She reads that. Anything about lithium mining in North Carolina?
No.
No.
No. Not heard about
anything
that.
about that. And we don't, guys, that's a good point. I got ready to say we don't get out much, and we don't, between my back and Sheila's leg.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
And here I've got the flu again.
I know, tell me about it. Usually it's me getting sick.
But I seen where somebody, and it's in that last batch of questions, somebody said, you never see Chris and Katie out. They're always to themselves. Well, guys, if that's the case, then me and Sheila's guilty of something because we don't socialize a lot. We don't go out a lot. We don't date nights and things, but we that would be us. Just because people stay by themselves or enjoy each other's company, we enjoy each other's company so much that we don't have to have nobody else.
It's good to talk to other people though, but yeah, we stay by ourselves.
So and that's what Chris and Katie according to what we hear, that's the kind of relationship they've got.
This is always home.
Well, we're not going to drag this out.
No, we don't want to drive y'all crazy or just babble on about stuff. Just babble.
We wanted to fill you in on Torilena. And she's been indicted for murder. Her mother had been shot. Her mother had been stabbed, along with dismembered.
Alabama, that's our favorite, one of our favorite bands is Alabama, She and I.
Oh, yeah, there's two or three songs out. One of our favorite songs is
There's No Way.
Yeah, There's No Way to Make It Without You.
Every time when we first started dating.
And then REO Speedwagon.
It was on.
Oh my God. Or oh my land, I better say.
Yeah.
REO Speedwagon. Anyway.
I don't remember that one, but
yeah, you do.
I'm trying to think of the songs that they play, so I'm trying to think.
Yeah. But anyway, that's not.
Anywho, that's REO, somebody said,
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We wanted to throw a video out and give you an update. Did you?
Yes, we are originally from Pike County, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of reading some of your remarks.
I've seen Pike County, but I don't now. Yeah, Pike County is where we was. I was born at Wimpson Memorial Hospital across the Tug River in West Virginia. Sheila was born at ARH there at South Wimpson Hospital in Kentucky.
Yep.
And we were both raised from babies on up in Pike County. Went to grade school, Belfry High School, and that's where we're from. We moved down here several years ago. Been down here about 30-some years probably, and got to liking it. We like the flat land. The hills are nice to visit, but we like been to Mayfield.
This person said, I've been to Mayfield, Kentucky. And then the other one said they love our show. Thank you.
You been to our museum or the family's museum here in Liberty? Because it's only been open probably 3 or 4 times. after Mother passed away, guys, we my mother was a big collector.
That's a good one.
And guys, anybody that hasn't been to the Real McCoy, BMM, the Real McCoy, BMM, go to that, and that's my sister's YouTube channel, and subscribe if you would. She's trying to get enough subscribers to, well, I think she's got enough to go live now, but
They said they were here last summer.
don't look at the bug.
That's the turkey mite.
Don't look at the turkey mites, but right there it says Mama's Boy. That's a tattoo I got after Mother passed away, and got it the next day. She passed away one day, and I got the tattoo the next, because if you'll go to Bridget's video, the Real McCoy BMM, you'll see, and she'll post a link on here later, and go to the video of our mother had dementia the last 5 years of her life. She lived with, went around from child to child, and she stayed with us a lot. And but she's in a wheelchair. She's in a red outfit. And it says Fred's a mama's boy. And watch that video of my mother with dementia.
Oh, she's the sweetest thing ever was. God love her.
But
somebody said they were there last summer.
oh, really? Oh, Fred got me with the shotgun. I was trying to understand what that meant.
Dude, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've been here, haven't you? Yeah. And we won't let everybody in on it in case the family, we're trying to get the family to, it's a big thing to open and run. And
thank you, Sandy.
Everybody just lost interest. After Mother passed away, this was her thing. She was a collector. And is it BMM? Yes, it's the Real McCoy, BMM.
Hello, Alabama.
Put that BMM at the back of it. But Sheila will post a link here in a minute also. And
this person here said they've been to Bridget's channel, loved the videos. And then one of them said, need a saw for the fish sticks.
Oh, yeah. Mom, when her later years with
God love her.
each one of us kids has got hundreds of videos of her, and she was a dementia. You know, when Mother first got, well, we'll do it later, but when Mother first got dementia diagnosed, I told all the kids, I said, that's great. At least she don't have cancer. She don't have this or that. At least she's not going to suffer, you know. Hey, guys, any of you out there that's got a parent or a loved one with dementia, there's nothing that a person suffers more from than dementia. I was wrong in my thinking, because when a person can't remember who their children are or what your name is, or when they lose their memory, or they get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're 80 years old, and they're getting ready to go to the 7th grade, they have a test that day, all the different things that, and you see this person that was once so, my mom has dementia. Yes, it is, dear. And it's a terrible disease. I was so wrong in thinking that, for Mom, she wasn't going to suffer with dementia. She suffered, you can take morphine for different pain, but man, there's nothing like losing your
She forgets who you are, just.
Oh, yeah. So Sheila and I wrote a book. I don't want to plug a book, but Sheila and I did write a book. We'd sit there at night. We always try to do something in life progressive. I used to tell Sheila makes candles. Sheila does all kinds of stuff.
Learning to paint.
Always find you a hobby that you can, that you enjoy, but that you can also make a few dollars at, and that way you've always got something. But while we set up with Mother, we had to take shifts because she was up all night long. Sometimes she didn't sleep for several days at a time. And we started writing a book. We started writing things that she did that maybe somebody else might come along and it might help them, because I'm thinking, boy, I'd like to have a book. I'd like to be able to read. Where can we find out? And there is. Now there's videos, there's books, but Sheila and I wrote one also, and I told Mom one time, I said, Mom, I'm writing. She said, what are you doing over there? I said, I'm writing a book. She said, what are you writing a book about? I said, about you. And she said, I don't know what you're writing a book about me for. I said, it's about dementia. And she said, well, do you have dementia? Because I don't. she was in denial. But guys,
Yep.
listen, it's been great, and we'll see you on Thursday night.
All right. Thank you all for coming and tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. We cannot do it without you all. You all are an amazing bunch of supporters.
We love you.
appreciate you. We love each every one of you. Thank you so much, and God bless. Have a good night. Bye.